Most people try to fix knee pain by stretching their quads or focusing just on the knee itself. But if you get stiffness when you run or play sport, or your knees feel uncomfortable in day-to-day life, it's rarely just a knee problem. Your knee sits between the ankle and the hip, two joints that massively influence how it moves. So today we're going to take a holistic approach and address everything that actually affects the knee. And if you want something more targeted, based on your body, your movement, and your individual limitations, I do offer personalized one-to-one coaching with limited availability. The link is in the caption below. All right, let's get into it. Step 1 is all about the ankle and the foot. Your foot is your foundation, more specifically the big toe. The big toe connects into a whole chain of muscles that run through the arch of the ankle and into the inside of the calf. They control how the arch lifts, how the ankle lines up, and how the shin rotates. For most of us, these muscles are weak or inactive from years of sitting and living in cushioned shoes. The result is the foot collapses inwards, the shin follows it, and the knee gets dragged into a position it doesn't like. So the first thing we want to do is wake those muscles up with simple toe activations. Spreading the toes with a band and lifting just the big toe helps the foot switch back on, and you might be surprised how difficult just doing that is. Once we do, the foot becomes active and the knee instantly feels more supported because the base underneath is finally more stable. Next, we want to reinforce that connection with calf raises using big toe pressure, pressing through the big toe to light up the inside line of the lower leg, those muscles that stop your ankle from rolling inward. When that inside line switches on, your knee stays stacked and tracks far more cleanly. Then we challenge the system with banded ankle stability drills. We want to set up a band so we're being forced to stabilize. These small wobbles fire the deep stabilizers around the ankles, the ones that react instantly when you run, change direction, or come out of the bottom of a squat. When they do their job properly, the knee doesn't have to absorb that instability anymore. Okay, step 2 is hip stability. The hips control where your thigh points, and if the hip doesn't stabilize, the knee gets pulled into awkward positions. You see this in running when the knee dips inwards, and in squats when the knees wobble at the bottom. The glutes are a key player here. When they're weak or underactive, the thigh rotates inwards and the knee follows along for the ride. Hip aeroplanes are one of the best ways to fix this because they train the hip to rotate and stabilize without letting the knee drift underneath. If you feel unstable when changing directions in sport, this drill can be super valuable. Next, we want to strengthen directly into the outer hip with banded lateral walks. This targets the muscles on the side of your hip, the ones that keep your pelvis level when you move. When they switch on properly, you'll usually feel a connection along the outer thigh right down into your arches and toes. We can also add in exercises like donkey kicks to help you train hip extension. Most people compensate for weak glutes by arching their lower back or shifting the movement into their knee. Teaching the glutes to extend the hip cleanly keeps the knee from taking on force it shouldn't have to handle. I like to maintain connection with a yoga block on my back to avoid compensation. Last step, step 3, is strengthening the muscles around the patella, the kneecap itself. Once the ankle and hip are doing their jobs, we can finally target the quads and supporting muscles that guide the kneecap and keep it tracking smoothly. Step downs are one of the most effective movements for this. Controlling the lowering phase strengthens the quads, especially the vastus medialis, the VMO, the teardrop-shaped muscle on the inside of the knee. This muscle is designed to keep the kneecap tracking smoothly. Then we work the back of the knee by strengthening the hamstrings, which kind of act like a seatbelt, helping control the shin so it doesn't slide or rotate in ways the kneecap doesn't like. I like to use prone banded hamstring curls for this. As an extra step, there's one exercise that ties everything together, the split squat. You get VMO strength, quad strength, hip stability, and ankle control all in one movement. It's one of the best ways to load the knee in a way that feels stable, supported, and predictable. So those are the 3 steps to fix knee pain. Build a stable foundation at the foot, restore control at the hips, and then strengthen around the knee with confidence. If this helped, subscribe for more and let me know in the comments which step made the biggest difference for your knees.